The Dive is a new survival thriller film brought to us in the vein of movies like The Fall and 47 Meters Down. But is this film any good, or is it a damp squib? Let's find out in my review here and now. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome to my review for the new 2023 thriller The Dive. Film running for 91 minutes, directed by Maximilian Erlewine, written by Maximilian Erlewine and Joachim Hayden. Butchered that name, no doubt. And this film here follows two sisters played by Louisa Cross and Sophie Lowe, as they go on a yearly dive to a new location where one of the sisters gets caught and trapped underneath the sea in a little rock slide with no way out, with the other sister trying to fight for her life. And that is the basic premise for this film. That is the premise for this film. No basic about it. It is a very basic premise, like I said, much akin to some of these films that have come beforehand, like last year's The Fall, which was set up the tower. So this film here, so like I said, it's 91 minutes long, so it doesn't have the opportunity to overstay its welcome whatsoever. The film is shot on location. There's a lot of in the water shots. I'm assuming bits that are filmed underwater where they're trapped are filmed in a water tank and things like this. The film handles what it does very well. As cast members go, there's only really minimal cast to this film, which are the two main actresses, Louisa Crouse as May, Sophie Lowe as Drew, the two sisters. We also get flashbacks with their father throughout, and younger versions of themselves, played by two younger actresses. As far as cast go, that is it. That is all there is in the film. The film is set in a remote location, and it spends most of its time in the water and underneath the water, dealing with the pressures of someone being stuck and the attempts to save. And we get things like oxygen deprivation, narcosis, the inability to decompress on the way up, all things like this dealt with. And then we've got some other bits juxtaposed to this that are on land. The opening of the film when they're heading to where they're going, and one of the sisters when she has to come back to land for additional tanks and try and get to a little house to try and get some help, and all these sort of events going on. Now, the ending is sort of signposted, shall we say, to a degree in how it's going to go and what the means of possible survival will be, possible help. It's one of those films that is also very frustrating in everything that could possibly go wrong does go wrong in their sister's attempt to save the other sister. It's a by the numbers kind of a movie in that sense. So it's very frustrating and like, oh, you knew that's gonna, you know this is gonna happen, you know that's gonna happen, you know that's not gonna work, and this is gonna happen. So it does give you that kind of thing. But for a 91-minute movie, it delivers on what it says it's going to do, you know. The acting is good enough from the two girls. There's enough emotion there. There's a little bit of backstory at play with them as well, so that it fleshes out their characters and their younger selves a bit, and a bit of this sort of tension that is between them that they have to sort out as well. Yeah, it's a fine film. It's a fun film. Not necessarily a film that I feel like I would need to ever revisit again or own. And that's not a knock on the film. I don't need to own every film that I see. Most of them I do, but not every one. It's a good film. But I mean, The Fall done it better. 47 Meters Down done it better. But this is a good sort of predecessor to those. And this is actually a remake of a 2020 2020 Swedish film called Breaking Surface. So the film has been made before. I've not seen the remake. I've not seen the original. Whether this does anything better than that, I can't say. I don't know. But for 91 minutes, this film is worth your time. What more can a film give you than that? Worth your time.